Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me, still living the dream, one nightmare at a time, same as ever. Right, without further ado, let's get this show on the road and roll that intro because we've got a lot in store for you. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Wednesday, the 6th of October, and as that ever-present guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, another big-name contractor goes into administration. We're off to Italy to check out some new demolition attachments. Plant theft, will you be a victim? And technology allowing, we're off to Motherwell in the company of our roving reporter, Peter Haddock, and far more importantly, the company of Rokbak as well. There's also a chance to win an exclusive MB Crusher goodie bag, which I do have just there. There you go. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days.
Happy birthday!
And it's many happy returns to cricketer turned commentator Richie Benno, to actresses Britt Ekland and Elizabeth Shue, to footballer Niall Quinn, and happy birthday also to retired boxer Ricky, the Hitman Hatton. Many happy returns to them, one and all. And while we're in congratulatory mood, congratulations to Colin Knight, who has just been appointed Demolition Operations Manager at Matthews, Sussex. I'd also like to say congratulations to one of you lot as well. So I'm giving you a chance to win that exclusive MB Crusher goodie bag. To be in with a chance of winning, just type in the chat the name of the European country that is home to MB Crusher. If you look very, very closely, there might be a small clue on the edge of my hat there, but I'm not going to get drawn into that. We will draw a winner at random at the end of the show. But first this. If you cast your mind back to the beginning of September, you will recall that we were the first to bring you the news that Terex trucks were being rebranded as Rokbak. Well, now we're going for the exclusive hat trick by being the first to visit the company's Motherwell factory and by broadcasting live from that factory. Now, our roving reporter, Peter Haddock, is standing by in Motherwell as we speak. But while we're getting on the show, let's remind ourselves of what Rokbak is all about.
Hello,
Calling
Mark.
Motherwell, come in, Motherwell.
Can you hear us okay, Mark?
We can hear you loud and clear, Peter. Good morning.
Mark, this is a first for me because not only are we going live on your show, I'm also joined by Brian, who's a section leader here at the factory. And guess what? He's just driven the latest Rokbak out for us so that we can actually have a look at it. And Brian's going to tell us of how exciting the time is right now for Rokbak. Brian, it's been a phenomenal launch, hasn't it?
Incredible. Basically, you just need to look at the truck behind us we've got here. It's very unique. The colour scheme, the new design, everything about it. The whole factory is buzzing just now because we've got a new product and it's actually selling in the UK very well. For being launched, maybe 6-7 weeks ago. The orders are coming through, terrific. It's lifted the whole factory, it really has.
Mark, I've just been and had a look around and I'm going to be doing a lot more reporting from here as well. I might actually do a live from inside the factory if we can. And Mark, this is just wonderful news for jobs. And the team at Rokbak, they're just smiling faces everywhere today. And, it's almost like waving at everyone. And they're like, yeah, come on, let's make these trucks and stuff. Brian, this is really important for jobs as well, isn't it? This brand launch.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Motherwell throughout the years has been devastated with different places shutting. It's a unique factory and it's a new product, but there's years and years of skill, good tradesmen, good people that have served apprenticeships. So they'll take that on and they'll take that quality and that passion and the pride onto building this new truck. And hopefully that'll go on for years to come for another generation to come in here. I'm in here 25 years and I hope this place continues on so as the next generation get the same out of it as what I got.
Yeah, and Mark, the money that's been invested here is actually in jobs and sustainable jobs and well-paid jobs. And we're looking at a truck behind us, stage 5, ready for those big projects like HS2, like Highways England projects, like in the quarries, like on these huge warehouses we're seeing. And the guys here have really been working hard to make sure that this is a technology driven machine as well, haven't they?
Oh, definitely. As I said, skill factor is a must in here. It's very unique. We don't often get a lot of people in here that's built dump trucks before. So the training is excellent. We'll bring them in, we'll train them, we'll coach them. And they grow. They definitely grow into better people because they get a lot back out the job. I mean, some of these guys have maybe worked in the gas industry, oil industry, HGV mechanics, etc. But this is different and they seem to rise to the challenge. They really do enjoy it.
And Mark, I think what's really important for me is this is UK manufacturing right here. So we can serve those projects that need to be served right now. The guys are making these trucks around the clock and they're going straight out. Low loaders are waiting for these this morning. And literally, they're going straight to trucks. We're not waiting for these things to be delivered from factories around the rest of the world or Europe. This is real people working really hard right now so that we can get projects on site, on productivity, on efficiency, and all the rest of that with stage 5 low emissions engines, which we need because we need to be better and kinder to the environment. Mark, I hope this has gone well. This was a little bit nervous that the technology would work this morning. And Brian's just been amazing, hasn't he?
Brian, in actual fact, I think we'll have Brian back another time and maybe not have you next time. But yeah,
he says we'll have you back, but maybe not me next time. Hey, I'm always looking to be out of a job. What do you think about that, Brian?
Well, no, I think you could get a job in here, no bother at all.
I don't know. I don't think I could work that hard, Mark. The guys are literally pulling shifts like nobody's business in here. So it's fantastic to see.
Just a very quick one before I let you go, Peter. You said that you're having more of a look around and you're getting behind the scenes. Where will people be able to see that content from you?
Right, so you can see me going live, hopefully from the factory line, where Brian's going to show me where all the magic happens. And that's today on LinkedIn and Facebook, Content with Media. But then obviously all my videos from today are going to go onto the Content with Media channels on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on Twitter. And of course, we're going to go on YouTube. And of course, my favorite channel, as you know, with all my lovely connections, is LinkedIn, Mark, Peter Haddock.
Fantastic, Peter. Look, have a great day. Give my best to Brian and to the rest of the Rokbak team, and I shall see you very soon.
I certainly will give my best to all the team there tomorrow. Thanks very much for letting us come on the show.
No worries. Cheers, Peter.
Bye.
Right, thanks, Peter. Have a great day. I hope it's a bit warmer up there than it was for you yesterday. Now, before I roll the first of today's sponsor ads, don't forget today's prize draw, and I'm going to show it to you again. We have here, I don't actually know what's in it. There's one of these, I'll tell you that much. It's an MB Crusher goodie bag. And to win that, all you need to do is to type in the chat the name of the European country that MB Crusher calls home. And as I said before, there might be just a small clue on my hat there. Yeah, keep those entries coming in, and hopefully we'll pick a winner towards the end of the show.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
So here we are again then. Another big name contractor has bitten the big one. Where Carillion and countless others went before, NMCN has now followed that well-trodden and slippery path into oblivion. I've got no intention of raking over the coals of this latest demise, nor will I point out that the company has collapsed amidst a massive industry-wide boom. There are people out there that are far cleverer than me that will figure all of that out. The bit that I'm interested in is the fallout, the impact of the NMCN collapse on the wider industry. You see, main contractor collapses happen with such regularity that there is pretty much a playbook on how these things are reported. There's the initial clamour to be the first to declare the patient dead. Then there's an attempt to appoint blame. Then there's the outpouring of sympathy for the former employees that now find themselves jobless. And have you noticed this always seems to happen when the expense of Christmas is looming? I'm not going to do any of that. NMCN has been a dead man walking for months now. It was only a matter of time before someone placed pennies on its eyes and pulled a sheet over its face. I'm not going to try and attempt to appoint blame either. Company owners and directors do not drive a business into the ground on purpose. Trust me, I've been there. Those directors will be feeling this just as keenly as anyone. The last thing they need is a tired old hack like me rubbing salt into their fresh wounds. I have enormous sympathy for the employees, of course. They will have worked tirelessly for the company, perhaps more so when there was still hope of saving what was clearly a sinking ship. But they're joining a job market at a time when there are way more jobs than there are people. By all reports, there are some truly talented people at NMCN. And according to the latest news, there is every possibility that some of the company's divisions will be sold off and the staff retained. Either way, I hope they find alternative employment, ideally within the industry, very, very soon. But my sympathy lies also with those countless unsung people and companies from the NMCN supply chain that would have been left severely out of pocket by the company's untimely demise. I've seen this countless times before. I'm all too well aware of the well-intentioned promises that are made to help stave off winding up petitions. And I'm also aware of the credit extensions that are offered by suppliers, specialist subcontractors, and plant hirers that were each hoping to save an ailing client in the vague hope of actually getting paid. It's that supply chain that will be hardest hit by all of this. There is every possibility that as NMCN slips beneath the waves, it may well take others with it. And that is really where my pity lies. There's just one other point I will throw in here. Even though we live in an age of always-on data and electronic data, I'm going to try all that again. Even though we live in an age of always-on data and electronic credit checks, the only real telltale sign that all is not well at a company like NMCN is when it starts to struggle to pay its bills. In other market sectors, that struggle would be evident within 30 or possibly even 60 days. Here in the field of construction, though, where late payments are considered part and parcel of the sector, we get no such warning. There's no opportunity to cut losses, seek an explanation, or to take remedial action. By the time it becomes clear that a company is ailing, it may already be flatlining and merely waiting for someone to officially declare it dead. I sincerely hope that everyone impacted by the NMCN collapse can bounce back. The industry needs their knowledge, their experience, not least the knowledge and experience of actually what went wrong at NMCN.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit acsoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
Okay, all of that was fairly serious, so time for a spot of light relief, I think. Now, if I said to you we were going to check out some new demolition attachments, and I told you they were red in colour, what name would spring to mind? Rammer? Rotar? Alu, possibly? Well, think again. What a terrific film. Now, while we're talking attachments, don't forget to type in the chat the name of the European country that is home to MB Crusher. And not that I'm suggesting that last film was a clue in any way, you understand. As you know, we feature some pretty sexy kit here on the Breakfast Show. Unfortunately, while we all look at those new machines with admiration, there are others out there that look upon them with covetous eyes. Part theft has been an issue for as long as most of us can remember. It saw a spike at the onset of COVID-19 and the resulting lockdown, and with machines of all types and brands currently in short supply, it seems likely that it's going to spike again. Indeed, the flyer for the next Combined Industry Theft Solutions Conference bears the ominous title, 2022, Will You Be a Victim? I'm going to throw this up on the screen. To ensure that you're not a victim, you can visit the CITS conference in person. It's taking place at the JCB World Headquarters on the 18th of November. It's free to visit, and there's an impressive lineup of speakers taking part. Plus, there's an opportunity to visit the JCB production line. If you've never done that, I can certainly highly recommend it. There is a link to the conference in the chat, but you can also find out more at cits.uk.com/conference. We've got just one more news item before we do the prize draw for the MB Crusher goodie bag. So for your final chance to win, type in the chat the name of the European country that MB Crusher calls home. One of the world's biggest producers of wood-based panel products has added another Liebherr machine to its UK equipment line. Egger UK makes high-quality chipboard using a combination of virgin timber and waste wood to keep its plant at Hexham in Northumberland supplied with raw materials. Its Timber Pack subsidiary, which is responsible for collecting and processing waste timber, feeds the plant from 3 locations in England and 1 in Scotland. A Liebherr L580 X-Power wheel loader is the latest addition at Timber Park's Northeast plant in Washington, joining a pair of LH24 materials handlers, 1 wheeled, 1 tracked, that are already working on the site. So congratulations to the team at Egger UK and to Liebherr Great Britain for securing that deal.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up today's show. I'm going to try and bring up our, let's have a look, see if we can get our randomizer up. I know we've had a couple of entries come in. Let's have a very quick look. Giveaway tool. Share that. It says we've had 4 entries. So now we're looking at that. I'm going to hit the button and see who among you has won the MB Crusher goodie bag. So drum roll, please. Congratulations to Robbie Craig. Robbie, if you're still here, please let me have your postal address. I will drop you a line afterwards, but let me have your postal address and we will hook you up with an MB Crusher goodie bag with our very best wishes and the best wishes of those at MB Crusher who, as you rightly stated, are over in Italy. Congratulations, Robbie, and thank you for taking part today. That pretty much wraps up today's show. Sorry, the script has just gone completely weird. I will be back here tomorrow morning at same time, same place for more of this old stuff and nonsense. All things being equal, I will also be over on Instagram live at noon today, UK time, for our regular yet stubbornly unplanned and unscripted No Agenda show. I say all things being equal. Wife's car is about 3 weeks old, and we've got a problem with one of the tyres, which has done 500 miles, I would guess. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. So I'm going to go and try and get that fixed now and be back in time for the No Agenda show over on Instagram. No idea what I'm going to talk about, but that's never stopped me before. But until then, stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And as ever, thanks for watching.